Did undergo a concussion test after the game last night afternoon, came out fine, and he did add some additional padding inside his
the game there too. That was a tough one.
Round picks. Both guys have really been outstanding defenders, although I think Neto should be in that conversation more than he's been. 3-0 on Volpe. But really at the end of
things really well. Excitement levels off the chart for both.
Neto has 12 RBIs. Volpe has 10 in the last 14 games.
Well, that's the shadows we talked about even on the pregame show, how he needs those shadows.
Pop his top and
yes.
But he letting that one slide. Here's a prize. It's Lugo and Taylor out there. It's Lugo to make.
There's the veteran. He's going there all the way until Lugo took that fly ball.
A good career, 36 years old. Richard was involved in scouting in the Yankees front office. Just bounced foul there. No balls, 2 strikes. That right. A lot of Rockies have won the batting title 10 times.
The other way too.
Wade should have been mentioned or could have been mentioned in that article, weren't, and I don't want to mention him here.
This in the same breath of Dick Enberg and Don Drysdale. That's I haven't been able to breathe
per after that.
That's the other Volpe being called out on that change up out of the zone. This is
count on Travis d'Arnaud. And he hits one. It's deep. Grisham is back out near the wall. It is off the wall, and it bounces away. As Bellinger got it back in quickly, d'Arnaud just missed a home
swing by Travis d'Arnaud. It's his 6th double. The deepest part of the catch and everything. He was shocked at that ball.
He got too close. Makes it a triple. Here's Renifo swinging over top of. Is it possible that his changeup
side to slider going glove side?
He's always had the good slide. He's able to play off of that in a way that he couldn't before.
Especially with leadoff double. Get that ball to the right side of the field.
0-2. Renifo lines this one foul. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Luis playing. Chop to third. That will not get the runner over. He has been in terms of highest run value. Crochet, Skubal, and Rodon. So Adele calls one back. Nope. Adele a good game yesterday offensively. He was on base 3 times. It's this one corner. It's Judge chasing out near the crowd, and Judge leaning into the crowd. It's their own fault. Like it was actually an Angels hat. It was one Angels fan.
One Angels fan did. We're used to him catching everything. He was shocked.
On the first base side here tonight. One ball.
Slider in the dirt. 2 wild pitches this season.
Something
by Travis d'Arnaud. It's his 6th double
here against the Dodgers.
Got one of the best break.
That's right in there. Fastball.
Google Cloud mentioned it was 47 strikeouts by Carlos Rodon on that. Still punch you out in the strike zone with his slider.
Here. Swings and misses
for the Yankees. So it's going to be important for Travis d'Arnaud
in left field. As Taylor wraps one on the ground, foul. But he has the closest shot to home plate coming in on the ball. 0-2. Taylor strikes out.
Wayne, just give it your best. That's all you can try.
For so long, but now they're not. It's back.
It's hockey play.
It's true. Number up the middle as Neto is able to scoop it up and throw out Austin Wells. Not yet. Maybe in another 10 years or so. The rest of us are allowed to.
Yes.
Oswald Peraza stands in and swings in mid starting up this week. Out in front of that, wants it. Moncada, though, calls him off.
Said, well, it's your birthday. Yes, I wanted that one.
That's exactly what I talked about earlier with Judge.
Well, hey, Posada's one of them.
That long in the grand scope of his career, more known to be with 2 balls and no strikes, but never got to win in Boston. 2 had a lot of success in other places. but those moments with guys who maybe had better years with other teams in 2003. Full count on Gold.
I don't think it would ever bother him, really.
Right. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Goldschmidt, former MVP in the National League, and he hooks this one to a spot where Chris Taylor won't be able to
holding his hands back on that one. See how he's opened up on that, but he keeps his hands back. 12th double season.
Middle, but Neto was in a good spot. Past, even the homers are more prevalent than before. 21. He's been under that Mendoza line since then.
That guy waiting behind you. Strike, aren't you?
So with first base open here, you really no place to protect. Goldschmidt's 2-out double keeping the inning going.
This ball coming, but you can never count on that with Tyler.
It was not a fastball there.
Ball variety, but a cutter.
Grisham looked at changeup ball.
Cutter. As he tried to sneak a fastball in on his hands, though.
And Aaron Judge behind him the first 2 months of this year. Time was called before.
Getting ready to throw the ball. He did turn around to maybe a pickoff.
2. Ball 4. So Anderson, the lefty matchup, and there is at least third base open here. But you have to be very careful.
Tyler Anderson, though.
Judge has only been intentionally walked 10 times this year. 1-0. Good changeup and away. Mentioned that last night, Judge, the second Yankee to reach base. It's he and Bruce in a Yankee uniform. Another good changeup, 1-2. Babe Ruth did it 4 times. What Judge has done this year, the only been on base once already tonight. And this time he laid off the chain. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Judge. Ground ball to short. Zach Neto has it. Easy flip to second and gives up maybe next.
Well, like
time.
I used to do when I used to pitch. Yeah.
Here's a chopper to short off the bat of Matthew Lugo. 1 pitch, 1 out here.
A couple base runners on from the offensive side just to give Tyler in.
Swing and a miss. You know, it's been interesting to watch. So elite, and he's won a couple of them. The pedestrian at best numbers for a guy who dominates.
When you're a pitcher going against him, your focus is best pitch every single time you throw the baseball to Aaron Judge. So it's harder to help, and then the pitcher on the mound wanting to get him out every time. Makes it
2 games that year. They did finish above 500 in the championship series against the Astros. Neto shoots one to right.
Great swing.
1-out single.
Really well. That's a slider. Down and in. What try to do. Just make sure it's in the strike zone. Those hands are quick. Pitching it out in front again.
The lefty Rodon on the mound. He throws to first base, thinking about
1 pickoff, couple caught stealing. You see, he was thinking about going.
Time.
He just stays back so well. The whole field uses it on that himself. Now it's always tough to put those kind of comparisons to half of the plate.
Power.
And that's the point. Not looking necessarily for power because he's a great major league player.
So he said Mark Grace had the most hit that decade, but it was Grace who had the most hits of anyone. So if he's thinking about it here, Shonowell's watching.
Well, he had a.
Neto has him timed pretty good over there.
You would think a slider or changeup is coming.
Ball 2 strikes. A swing and a miss. Ward with his 15. Rodon leaves that. Ball 1 strike. Well, we saw Ward's Phelps out with a couple of men on at the top of the inning. And Taylor Ward. Swing and a miss. Well, he's been tough. The Angels have tagged him for 4 hits, so they've gotten their base hits here. Slider was bounced foul. Figured it was coming, and Rodon left it in. There's 2 strikes with 2 on here in the 3rd inning. Ward sends it foul. Play. Goldschmidt will not have room.
Couple fastballs in this sequence.
Darno doubled off the wall his first. but no runs on either side. Cody Bellinger. Plan B wasn't a bad one. The Yankees still had a lot of money to throw. Cole was going to be out, so it's been even bigger deal to get free. Goldschmidt as well joining the ranks.
I mean, obviously, for this team in that rotation, it's been unhittable.
League so far this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 8 home runs. He's driven in 32, and he's a good outfielder. Mets, it's a long-term marriage, whereas Goldschmidt, the Yankees might not turn out to be so bad. And there's Bellinger, right field line. It's Adele ranging over and calling for it. So here is Anthony Volpe.
Still pretty funny when you think about it. For
all have had good careers. Fried is kind of pulling away in some degree for that group. Here's Neto retiring his count
on the line. He still got gathered himself and get that strong throw and gets.
He takes strike 1, 12th round pick.
Good cut shadows. This is a pretty good matchup for him.
The plate, no balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1 to right. It says on the video board he
got a friends.
That's a little gamer. Jim Rice.
One of the most dominant. And he goes, no, it didn't. And a few other words. I go, okay, take base, Mr.
Rice with a shot to right. Well, there's his 11th home run of the year to get
for lefties against Tyler Anderson, much higher. 11th home run for Tyler Anderson. He created all that bat speed on that one.
He's had 87 home runs as a team. That's the most in the major. The pop-up. We'll see if it stays in. Shotwell's chasing after it, and he does run it down to win his helmet yesterday. But he has provided a lot of. It's the highest percentage in baseball. He's have a pretty high percentage.
Still, that's go back to that 20% hits or home run.
Trying to get that team on base percentage.
Huge.
Angels could use more hits of any kind, more consistently, and get more walks too. The Scouts ratio starts to tilt heavily toward the strike. Walks start to tick way up. We saw that in that stretch.
Rodon has a walk in his game. He's got 26 of them.
Slow chopper here. Easy hop for Peraza. Has time to throw out that experience. Play catch in the outfield. Take swings in the Angels back. Visit angels.com/dadsday to secure your ticket.
Again tonight.
Finishing up this homestand for the Halos. They'll go to a road trip. And then they'll return back.
Season.
Right at Grisham. 2 outs. If you want to see Renifo get on base more and get some hits.
There, by the way, in center field.
Joe Adele fouls one off.
Knuckleball that day.
Yeah, that's right. Here's a little bouncer to the left side. Might be a tough play. Rodon grabs it. Jump throw. Bounced and in time.
Hey, that's a great play. Get a little Dirk Jeter jump throw.